Hey guys, and welcome back to the Unfiltered Gamer card game review. Today's game tabletop is called Les Mis, or Les Miserables. I can't say it. Eve of Rebellion. It's designed by Nick Ferris and is made by Escape Velocity Game. The game is up to 4 players, takes about a half an hour to play, ages about 12 and up, I would imagine. In the game Les Mis, you're going to be trying to draw cards from either a tableau or from the top of a deck and place them in front of you. After that, or instead of that, there's two other things you can do. You can try to score a card in front of you, or you can try and do an action of a card in front of you. And your objective is to get points, and you're going to be doing that by killing and saving different characters in Les Mis. So for instance, you got like a guy like this. His name is Monsieur Thenardier or whatever. He has an ability up top here, which you can do. Or if he's in the tableau, you can choose this as an action to put him in front of you. And finally, you could save him, which is going to require you to do the 3 different options here, which I'll explain in a second. But that's the objective of the game. Once the deck runs out, the game is over, and whoever has the most points is the winner. All right, let me go and show you the game. So here are the contents for Les Mis, Eve of the Rebellion, in which you're going to be getting a deck of cards, some scoring point or victory point tokens, as well as 4, for the players, the little reference cards. Well, to start the game, it's pretty simple. You're going to have the decks placed over here, points placed over here, and give a tableau of 3 cards from the deck. After that, you're going to give each player 2 cards, face down. Then they're going to choose one of those cards, and they're going to select if they want to kill or save that card. If they're going to save the card, they're going to flip it face up and they're going to put it in the save pile, which is on top of the deck. If they're going to kill the card, they can go ahead and put it face down right here in the kill pile, which is beneath the deck. After that, they're going to have 1 character left, which goes right there in front of them, and it's going to be basically either in your hand or face down on the table. It doesn't necessarily matter. But in your hand is that specific card you can use. Alright, so after that, everybody's ready to go and start the game off. So the first thing that is going to happen is the first player will go ahead and select one of the 3 actions. The first action is to draw a card. You can draw it from the tableau here, or you can draw it from the deck. If you draw it from the deck, you can go ahead and place it face down into your hand or on the table. However, if you draw it from the tableau, you're simply going to take the card and put it face up in front of you and replace the card with another card in the deck. After you're done doing that, the next player is going to take their turn. And on their turn, they can choose once again to either take, use, or score. So if he wanted to, he could use this card's ability. He'd flip it over and he'd read what it says. This one specifically says, save or kill this aristocrat, then score one of your cards. Reduce, save, or kill. Reducing the save or kill, so you wouldn't have to actually, so it would be 1 value less. Nevertheless, he's not going to do that right now. He's going to take a card from the deck and put it face down in front of him, so you don't know what it is. It's a good way to keep your cards hidden. Next player will go ahead and take another card. Maybe I'll take this one right here, put it face up, and replace it with a new one here. And I will go ahead and go with this one here. So let's go and put this guy right over here. Replacing a new one, and you would keep going on like that. Now, if I wanted to score, it's pretty simple. There's a score value over here, and then at the top here is the action value, which are the 2 other things you can do is by using a card. This one here says place one of your cards under the deck, and if you do so, you may score one of your cards. So you could take one of these cards over here if you wanted, and then you could score this one if you wanted. That would be an action you could take with this character here. However, whenever you're going to score a card, so for instance, this one says kill 6 of this. You'll have to look into the kill deck secretly without anybody knowing and see how many of the symbols represented there. So in this case, there's only 3. But if we go through, maybe it's like past the game a little while longer and people have acquired some new things, right? Now in this case, later down the game, she said, okay, I'm going to try and score this guy. She would look in the discard pile and she needs to get 6 of these for 2 victory points. And she's got, these are all swords here. Here's 1. Nope. 3 of the crowns, nope, nope, nope. So she wouldn't be able to do that. So in this case, she wouldn't know what's in this deck, so if that happened, this card would actually go away, and she could choose to either save or kill this character. Every time you're going to score, that's what's going to happen. And the only time you're going to know for a fact when you're scoring is by if you're saving people. So for an instance, if it says save, if you're going to score this character instead, save Marius, save Cassat, and this one here says kill 10 of the royalty. You're going to go through through all 3 of these. So the first thing it says, okay, save Marius. Well, is Marius in here? No, it's not. If he was, you would get 1 point. Save Cassette, still not in here. If she was, gain 2 points. And finally, the kill, you would actually go through the deck and count up the amount of crowns, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which would do that, and she would score 4 points. If, for instance, this was the person that she wanted to, if he or she wanted to put in a score. So he would go, okay, I can kill it, or I can put it over here. And then we would continue the game, and that's kind of how it works, right? Go ahead and pick another card, maybe, or I can use an ability, for instance. Let's go ahead and select one from my hand. It doesn't matter. You can just put it face up on the field. And this one here says save or kill this aristocrat, then score one of your cards. Reduce, save or kill. So this is a good way, if you wanted to, maybe you need to put one of these guys, save or kill this aristocrat, then score. So I could put this here, or I could put this here, and then score one of these guys. And by doing so, for instance, here it says I need 15 of these little things to save. That gives me 2 in this pile, so that would actually help me. However, there's not enough for 15. So obviously the game needs to go on progressively in order to be able to score these points. Or for instance, this one says 1 point per 2 of the sword cards you own. And any cards that are face down, when you're scoring, you can reveal them face up, so that way you can score points. So for instance, if this one happened to be, well, I don't know, this peasant girl instead, this would score you 1 point because you have 3 symbols here, and there's 1 there, plus there's another one here, so that's 4 altogether. That would score you 2 points. And then of course you'd have to decide if you wanted to send this guy to the kill zone or to the save zone. And that's how the game's going to progress. After a while, the deck is going to run out of cards, in which case it'll go back to the first player for one final round of play, and then you're going to tally the amount of points you have, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game of Les Mis is the winner. Okay, so what do I think about Les Mis, Eve of the Rebellion? Well, the first thing I thought of it was when I looked at the box, I was like, oh, this is kind of like a book. That's really cool. I like the style of this game. It actually kind of opens like a book too. You'll just take this and you'll flip it open, and then you got your area where you've got your cards, as well as some really cool artwork that is shown on the side here of this little book box. And it's simple. It's a very small game. It has this many cards in it, right, and a couple tokens, but the game plays rather strategically, and you're going to determine who you want to kill, who you want to save, when you want to play abilities, and really it's a waiting game. As you saw in my review, there wasn't a lot of the the actions I could take to score, because you had to go throughout the game longer until you had like 15 of this specific character in the save pile or the kill pile, or maybe in this instance this says 6, which is not too bad. Saving or killing a specific person, and you can obviously see in the save pile who's in there, as opposed to the kill pile. You have to take that chance, like, was there 15 of these? Okay, maybe there was 12. I need to put this guy in there. That'll give me my 15 that I need for this specific guy. And that's kind of how you have to do the strategy for the game. Obviously, the cards face down are technically in your hand as well. It doesn't matter. It's when you choose to play an action, you flip that card over. Realistically, the cards that are face down or hidden are going to be of benefit to you, because your opponent doesn't know what you're doing when you're putting them in the kill pile, what cards have gone in there. So they're going to take that chance to score on the occasion, and then they're going to get to see the cards and they're trying to memorize what's in there, so it makes it easier for them to try and score it next time. As well as there are some characters in this game that are very powerful, other ones that are less so powerful, and then other ones that are actually just combinations that work with other cards, making them the most powerful in the game, provided you have those combinations. Overall, this game is excellent. It's a very fun little game. It's very simple. The artwork is fine for what it is. It's basically just the I don't know, like romantic period or Renaissance period style art. It has some really cool little artwork. The box is really solid. The components all work very well. But it is a very small game that is basically one of those quick filler games that probably plays 25 minutes or so. If you play with 4 players, you might play a little longer and become a little more thicker. But nevertheless, I very much so enjoyed this game. I think it's one of those games you'll either like or dislike. I personally loved the game when I was playing it. However, the partner I was playing it with did not seem to enjoy it so much. So there you go. It's up to you to decide. Otherwise, though, I enjoyed Les Mis. What about you?